Yes, some Costco shoppers have even ended up in the hospital because of what they bought under that trusted Kirkland label. That red and black Kirkland label, the one millions of families trust, hides dangers you'd never expect. We're talking about foods loaded with toxic metals, chemicals linked to cancer, farmed seafood crawling with contamination, and breakfast staples that quietly destroy your health one bite at a time. These aren't just bad deals, they're real risks sitting in your cart. Today, I'm exposing the 8 Kirkland foods you must never buy, because the truth about them will change how you shop at Costco forever. Number 1. Kirkland Farmed Atlantic Salmon. Salmon, the so-called health food. Doctors praise it, fitness coaches swear by it, families grab it by the cartload at Costco. Kirkland's farmed Atlantic salmon looks like brain food, heart food, life food. But peel back the plastic, and what you're really buying is one of the most contaminated proteins in America. Farmed salmon like Kirkland's isn't raised in wild rivers. These fish are crammed into crowded underwater pens, swimming in their own waste, pumped full of antibiotics and pesticides just to stay alive. And all of that, chemicals, parasites, toxins, ends up inside the fish, and then inside you. Lab tests show farmed salmon can carry up to 10 times the levels of PCBs found in wild salmon. That's not just a random chemical. PCBs are linked to cancer, infertility, hormone disruption, and birth defects. This isn't might cause issues someday risk. We're talking hospital-level stakes. Researchers warn that eating farmed salmon regularly is tied to a higher cancer risk over time. Imagine thinking you're serving your kids something that fuels their growing brains, when in reality, bite after bite could be quietly damaging them. And the harm doesn't stop at your dinner plate. These salmon farms pollute the ocean with waste, antibiotics, and sea lice that spread to wild fish populations. Entire ecosystems collapse. Also, Costco can sell you salmon by the pound. So ask yourself, is saving a few bucks worth risking your health, your family's health, and the planet's health? Because Costco's Kirkland salmon isn't the safe, clean protein it pretends to be. It's a toxic time bomb in plastic wrap. And if Costco's salmon can hide this much poison, just wait until you see what's lurking in their hot dogs. Costco's legendary hot dog and soda combo. Just $1.50. The deal people brag about, the meme that refuses to die, the sacred food court tradition. But here's the gut punch. The cheapest thing at Costco might be the one that costs you most. Because those Kirkland hot dogs? They're not just a snack. They're a time bomb in a bun. Each one is crammed with sodium, nitrates, and nitrites, the very chemicals that preserve hot dogs while slowly breaking down the people who eat them. And the science is brutal. The World Health Organization classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen. That's the same deadly category as cigarettes and asbestos. Eat them regularly, and your risk of colon cancer, heart disease, and early death shoots up. Doctors link hot dog-heavy diets to hospital visits for blood pressure spikes, kidney failure, even cancer. Yet here's the trap. Because it's Costco, people assume these dogs are better quality. But science doesn't care about branding. A hot dog is still a hot dog, whether it's at a gas station or under the Kirkland label. And that's where the betrayal cuts deep. Parents smiling, handing their kids a $1.50 combo as a treat after shopping. Ball games, BBQs, birthday parties. Families feeding the very thing that could set their kids up for strokes, obesity, and cancer later in life. The salt alone is horrifying. One Costco hot dog can drown a child in nearly a full day's worth of sodium in just one bite. That's not a bargain. That's a health bill waiting to happen. And suddenly this so-called cheap snack feels like playing Russian roulette with your health. So yes, it's a legendary deal. But one bite at a time, it could also be your undoing. And if Costco's most famous food, the hot dog, is this dangerous, just wait until you see what's hiding in their healthy breakfast staples. Costco's Kirkland muffins look harmless, a quick breakfast, a sweet snack with coffee. But behind that trusted red and black label hides one of the biggest betrayals in the bakery aisle. These aren't muffins. They're sugar-loaded time bombs. One single Kirkland muffin packs 600 to 700 calories, more than a Big Mac. And it doesn't stop there. With up to 40 grams of sugar, nearly 10 teaspoons in one serving, you're flooding your system before the day even starts. Blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, then comes the crash. That cycle doesn't just leave you groggy. It sets the stage for type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, and obesity. And the fat? With up to 30 grams of fat, from cheap oils and saturated junk, every bite hammers your arteries. Regularly eating these isn't just an indulgence. It's like playing Russian roulette with your heart. Doctors link oversized, ultra-processed pastries like this to rising hospital visits for metabolic syndrome, high cholesterol, and heart disease. But here's where it really stings. People trust Costco. Families assume the Kirkland label means better quality, maybe even healthier than grocery store muffins. The reality? These muffins are industrial junk food, frozen, mass-produced, and disguised as a bakery item. Costco doesn't sell you one muffin. It sells you 12 sugar bombs in a box, practically daring you to turn them into a daily habit. And parents? Many toss these into lunchboxes thinking it's just a harmless breakfast. But nutritionally, it's closer to giving your kid a cupcake without frosting at 8 a.m. It's not fuel, it's dessert, supersized and wrapped in a false sense of trust. The irony? People joke about Costco's hot dog deal being too cheap to be healthy. Yet muffins, sold as family-friendly and wholesome, may actually be the bigger health trap. Costco's muffins aren't breakfast. They're a bait-and-switch, comfort food that quietly rewires your health one bite at a time. And if a muffin can do that much damage under the Kirkland name, wait until you see what's lurking in their frozen shrimp. Picture this. You grab a bag of Kirkland shrimp from your freezer, planning a healthy family dinner. But what if I told you those shrimp aren't just seafood? They're soaked in antibiotics, chemicals, and filth from polluted overseas farms? Most Kirkland shrimp are imported from Thailand, Vietnam, and India. Regions notorious for raising shrimp in sewage-laden ponds, so overcrowded the animals would die without constant chemical crutches. Farmers pump them full of banned antibiotics and pesticide washes just to keep them alive. And that toxic cocktail doesn't stay in the pond. It follows the shrimp straight to your plate. This isn't speculation. U.S. port authorities have rejected entire shipments of farmed shrimp for contamination with illegal drugs and dangerous bacteria. Yet plenty still slips through, stamped with Costco's seal of approval. And when you eat it, those residues don't vanish. They fuel antibiotic resistance in humans. A global health crisis, doctors warn, could make routine infections untreatable. They trigger stomach problems, allergic reactions, and long-term risks science is only beginning to uncover. Here's where the betrayal cuts deepest. Costco markets Kirkland as the family's safe brand. Parents fill their freezers believing they're buying clean, trustworthy protein. Instead, they're feeding their kids a future of hospital bills, blood pressure spikes, gut damage, even drug-resistant infections. The logo may look different, but a contaminated shrimp is still a contaminated shrimp. And the filth doesn't stop at your plate. It poisons coastlines and entire communities. Shrimp farms overseas have destroyed mangroves, polluted waterways, and fueled reports of slave labor in global supply chains. Every bag hides not just toxins, but an invisible trail of human misery and environmental wreckage. So the next time you see that frozen bag, remember this. You're not just eating shrimp. You're swallowing chemicals, corruption, and a lie big enough to feed an empire. And if Costco's shrimp can hide this much poison, just wait until you see the dark truth behind their most beloved bargain, the $4.99 rotisserie chicken. The $4.99 Costco rotisserie chicken. It's a cult favorite. Families drive across town just to load one into their cart. Juicy, golden, cheap. But that crispy bargain comes with a hidden price tag far bigger than $4.99. Because this bird isn't just roasted chicken, it's a hospital bill in disguise. One Kirkland rotisserie packs over 1,300 milligrams of sodium, more than half your daily safe limit in a single sitting. For kids, it can wipe out their entire allowance in one meal. And here's the kicker. Thousands of ER visits every year are linked to sodium overload. Blood pressure spikes, fluid retention, strokes, kidney failure. Doctors don't call these harmless dinners. They call them case files. So why is it so juicy? Not grandma's recipe. It's pumped full of saline, sugar, and natural flavors. Translation: chemicals designed to keep it moist and addictive. The salt isn't for flavor. It's for addiction. It keeps you coming back for another $4.99 fix. And this isn't just about your plate. Costco sells over 100 million of these birds every year. That's not dinner. That's an industrial empire built on factory-farmed suffering. Most of Costco's chickens come from Lincoln Premium Poultry in Nebraska. Inside those barns, tens of thousands of birds are crammed wing to wing, never seeing daylight. They're bred to balloon in size so unnaturally fast their legs snap under their own weight. Some grow so rapidly their organs fail before they even reach slaughter. Others collapse in their own waste until workers haul them out. And to keep this system running, antibiotics flood the supply chain, fueling antibiotic resistance in humans, a health crisis that kills tens of thousands each year. That means your $4.99 chicken isn't just dangerous for your arteries. It may be fueling the next generation of superbugs. Here's the betrayal. Costco markets this bird as fresh and wholesome. Families proudly put it on the table, thinking it's safe. But the truth? It's ultra-processed, chemical-laced factory poultry engineered to look home-cooked. Every bite is a cocktail of sodium, sugar, and industrial cruelty, designed to hook you on a bargain that isn't really a bargain at all. Because the $4.99 price tag isn't about generosity. It's a loss leader, bait to drag you into the store and spend hundreds more. The real cost gets paid in hospital bills, broken bodies, both human and animal, and a farming system that poisons the planet. So ask yourself, is this chicken really dinner? Or is it a ticking time bomb wrapped in crispy skin? And if Costco's most beloved chicken hides this much rot, wait until you see the truth about their healthy breakfast cereals. Picture this. You're in Costco, pushing a cart the size of a small car, and you toss in a giant box of Kirkland breakfast cereal. Why? Because it looks wholesome. It says whole grain, maybe even has pictures of fruit and sunshine on the front. Parents feel good about it. Bulk savings, family-friendly, a healthy start to the day. But here's the irony. Some Kirkland cereals pack more sugar than desserts. What's marketed as a smart breakfast choice is, in reality, closer to serving your kids a candy bar with milk poured over it. Look at the numbers. Many Kirkland cereals contain 10 to 15 grams of sugar per serving. But kids don't eat one serving. They pour double. That's 20 to 30 grams of sugar before school even starts. And here's the betrayal. The American Heart Association recommends kids stay under 25 grams of added sugar a day. One bowl of Kirkland cereal can wipe that out in a single sitting. The result? Blood sugar spikes, followed by the crash. Kids get cranky, sluggish, distracted, and then they're hungry again by mid-morning. But it doesn't stop there. Diets built on sugary cereals are fueling obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Doctors now diagnose 10-year-olds with fatty liver disease, prediabetes, and hypertension, conditions that used to hit only in middle age. Imagine telling a child they need to start managing adult diseases before they've even hit puberty. And it's not just sugar. Kirkland cereals are filled with artificial dyes like Red 40, preservatives like BHT, and chemical flavors that make boxes look wholesome while serving your family lab experiments. Here's the
We
state.
inhabit.
Costco markets Kirkland cereals as a better choice, the trusted brand. But a bowl of some Kirkland cereals delivers the same sugar hit as a glazed donut. That smiling cereal box? It isn't designed to nourish your kids, it's designed to hook them for life. Because sugar isn't just flavor, it's a business model. Those engineered highs and crashes keep families coming back, pouring bowl after bowl, box after box. Healthy bulk breakfast isn't about nutrition. It's about Costco turning growing kids into lifetime customers. And while Costco profits, the fallout is hospital visits, prescriptions, and futures cut short. So if even breakfast, the meal we trust to start the day right, is this toxic? Wait until you see the truth about Costco's so-called healthy cooking oils. You walk down Costco's aisles and spot it. Giant, gleaming jugs of Kirkland vegetable and canola oil. They look pure, simple, healthy, the better choice for family cooking. Bulk savings, bulk health, right? But here's the ugly truth. What you're pouring into your pan isn't food at all. It's chemical-laden fat, stripped of nutrients, oxidized, and processed until barely recognizable. The result? Nutrients stripped away. Fats chemically unstable. Rancid compounds your body can't process. Every spoonful you cook with is another risk factor, like pouring chemicals into your family's meals. Seed oils like these now make up 60% of the fats Americans consume daily. And that imbalance is fueling a public health crisis. These oils come from highly refined seeds, canola, soybean, vegetable, processed with high heat and chemicals. Omega-6 overload throws your system off balance, quietly promoting inflammation, obesity, and even certain cancers. Every meal cooked with this healthy oil adds another invisible risk. That salad dressing you think is wholesome. It could be doing more harm than a fast food fry. Doctors are sounding the alarm. Metabolic syndrome, heart disease, liver strain, all traced to industrial seed oils. Families unknowingly feed these oils to their kids, trusting Costco's Kirkland label. The betrayal is stark. What's marketed as clean, neutral, family-friendly is chemically processed, industrial fat. The same stuff fast food chains use to fry chicken nuggets and fries. So next time you pour Kirkland oil into your pan, remember, you're not just cooking a meal. You're serving oxidized fats and hidden toxins designed to keep you hooked. And if the oil in your pan is this toxic, wait until you see what's hiding in Costco's healthy frozen dinners. And it's far worse than you think. You open your freezer and see them. Rows of Kirkland healthy frozen meals. Bright boxes, promises of convenience, balance, and family nutrition. Parents feel confident loading them into their carts. Bulk savings, bulk health, right? But here's the shocking truth. Behind every balanced dinner is a cocktail of sodium, preservatives, and ultra-processed chemicals designed to quietly wreck your health. It's not just sugar or salt. These meals are engineered to last months on a shelf. Ultra-processed grains, hidden sugars, MSG, and chemical flavorings make each bite addictive and dangerous. One serving can pack over half your daily sodium limit, enough to spike your blood pressure like drinking 2 cans of soda at once. Preservatives extend shelf life but quietly stress the liver, trigger inflammation, and raise heart disease risk. Hospitals are already seeing the consequences. Doctors report visits tied to frozen meal overconsumption, high blood pressure, early metabolic syndrome, fatty liver, obesity. Children are especially vulnerable. Every bite of these so-called healthy meals can be the first step toward lifelong struggles, insulin resistance, hypertension, and chronic illness. The betrayal cuts deep. Costco's Kirkland label is trusted, a mark of quality in bulk. Parents feel good, thinking they're feeding convenience and health. Reality? These meals are ultra-processed, chemically engineered, and packed with hidden risks. Families think they're making smart choices, but they're actually serving industrialized ingredients disguised as nutrition. And the bigger picture is just as grim. Bulk frozen meals fuel corporate profit. Millions of these products move off Costco shelves every year. There's an environmental toll too. Massive energy used for production, freezing, and transport. So when you step into Costco and see those endless aisles of Kirkland products, remember this. It's not just bulk savings. It's bulk sodium, bulk sugar, bulk chemicals, and behind every healthy label lies a corporate machine profiting off your trust, your health, and even your family's future. Because Costco isn't just selling food. They're selling control, one oversized package at a time. The question is, will you keep buying it?